So I've been using these, like they're kind of like Invisalign things, like teeth straightener things. It's not braces, right? Like I've been using.
You don't have braces?
Like mold. I did braces when I was younger with the expander, where they turn the key, where they put that piece of metal in the roof of your mouth. You used to turn the key. Did you have to do that?
No.
People out there, Blaine had one.
Dude, I had one for like 3 years.
Yeah, Blaine's had one for 20 years.
It's like, dude, it's torture. It's basic
For
torture.
20 years?
Bro, they put, like, again, I'm not an orthodontist. I don't know. I could guess how this stuff works. But I just don't see why you'd put that metal apparatus in the bridge or the roof of my mouth and then have a key like it's the Chamber of Secrets. Like, you just go in there every 3 weeks. And my orthodontist, growing up, smoked cigarettes like he ate them. So I would be sitting there as like an 11, 12-year-old in the chair, and he would just be breathing on me, and it was just straight Marlboro Reds. I probably smoked 100 cigarettes before I was 13 without actually smoking a cigarette. But, man, my teeth are sore this morning.
They're sore?
Yeah.
From Invisaligns?
You look good, though.
They're not Invisaligns.
But
it's the same principle.
Premise.
Yeah. I just don't want to give anybody credit.
Yeah, whatever German invented the expander, like...
Yeah, that was just German? The worst.
Because it's a torture method.
Like, it's
That's
literally, the reason they call it an expander is because you turn that key, if so facto, expands your mouth.
And you're better for it. That built character, boys.
Did you have an expander, David?
Nope, didn't have any expander.
Maybe that's why y'all can't be...
You probably have perfect teeth, David.
Maybe that's why y'all can't be teeth.
Perfect
Said,
teeth.
look, this is me. This is me.
4.0.
Yeah, I'm going to go through life.
8 foot.
3.9.
4.9?
3.9.
I thought you said 4.9.
Did you have a 3.9 in high school for real?
God, Stephen Hawking.
I was about to say.
No.
Stephen.
3.8.
Jeez.
Oh, excuse me. I was over.
I'm just going to keep going down until I get to the real one.
I was over 3.
2.5.
Well, people always ask, like, how did you do in college? Like, well, I hit about 305.
Yeah.
That's about how I did. UConn claims its 5th NCAA tournament championship in epic fashion. The Atlanta Braves are going to retire number 25 in honor of Andruw Jones. Good for him. His kid's a monster, too. And the UFC and WWE are merging. Very interesting there, David. I'm Jake Crain, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the greatest sports show ever to grace this earth, Crain Company. For a tournament that featured more upsets than a group of teenagers getting their car taken away, the eventual champion, Connecticut, dominated this whole tournament from start to finish. They won every game by double digits, and none of them were really close in the last 5 minutes of the game. Now, how is that possible from a team in a time and a tournament where it seemed that parity ruled the day? They did it with versatility and an unwavering belief that the sum of all their parts are greater than one great game by one individual player. Now, there was no hero ball last night or really at all in the tournament from the Huskies. The ball was shared and run through their identity and what was working, not a singular person. Now, don't get me wrong. There are NBA players on this UConn roster. We saw them. But always remember, it's a lot harder to dodge an avalanche than a snowball. And whether it was Hawkins, Sonogo, Klingon, or Calcaterra, Coach Hurley's squad answered the bell every single time San Diego State would start to tighten it up. Now, the Aztecs had a hell of a run in the tournament. And while I know it hurts to lose the big one, and moral victories are for losers, you've got to tip your cap to Coach Dutcher and the guys in that locker room. SDSU doesn't play a pretty brand of ball, but they sure as hell fight you tooth and nail on every possession, and there is no quit in any of those young men or on that coaching staff. Now to Connecticut, and every team, coach, administrator involved in March Madness this year, thank you guys. And while I'm upset it's over, the NFL draft is right around the corner. Let's watch somebody reach for Will Levis. Now, I just hope that we aren't all drafted into something else before we get to that actual draft.
Not me.
I'm going to bring in David Cohn, former Michigan quarterback, my brother, former Western State Colorado wide receiver, and if he gets drafted in the Army, wants to be a chef.
A cook.
That's how you're going to fight,
I think a cook is more.
That's how you're
First of all, I'm not getting drafted by these guys, by Joe Biden.
You're getting your first one getting drafted.
Yeah, right.
I heard they
What?
already pulled the name out of the hat.
Yeah.
What's it say?
No.
Tanner.
They're going to
Doesn't say-
they're strapping us to a
Tanner
tank.
C.
Not what I don't identify as that.
Yeah, well, there's footage, so you're screwed, buddy. Like you can't
You
hide
identify as
forever.
get on that
It was a
plane.
deep
Yeah.
fake. It was a deep fake.
No, it wasn't. It was
Well,
it was
deep
it was
fake. It's
it
a
was
deep
a
fake
shallow
right now.
reel.
Hey, the deep fakes.
It was a shallow
those
reel.
Deep fakes are scary.
But last night, I mean, Connecticut, the game wasn't as close as all of us would have wanted, even though the over hit. Appreciate it, guys.
it got pretty close.
They tightened it up a little bit at the end, but we talked about 2018 Villanova. There's been very few runs in the NCAA tournament like UConn had, and they did it in probably the craziest year of the NCAA tournament. We talked about versatility. We talked about being able to win in multiple ways, different guys stepping up. But I think the biggest lesson I think we can take from Connecticut is how to win as a team and how to play as a team through your identity.
And through your star in Sonogo as well. I pulled a few stats here just so we can all understand what UConn's all about. Most championships in the last 25 years. UConn has won a championship in every decade for the last 4 decades. That's under 3 different head coaches. In a tournament where we saw so many Cinderellas and so much parity like you're talking about, the Huskies are the 5th team since 1985 to win all 6 of these tournament games by double digits, did so as a 4 seed. And then this one really got me. Throughout this season, UConn played 17 games outside the Big East schedule. They won all 17 of those games by double digits, including that win over Alabama.
Yeah, and again, it's something where you brought up the skid they had. And what do we always
6
say
of
during
8.
the year sometimes? And maybe not 6 of 8, but it's amazing what getting knocked back down to earth will do for you a little bit. It's like Miami, right? Remember we watched Miami lose that game against, what was it, Florida State? Where they were up 25, Florida State came all the way back when Miami was on that run.
Yep.
Brings them back down to earth, and what do? They go make a run to the Final Four, and the only reason they lost is because they ran in this buzzsaw at Connecticut. Sometimes, and in certain sports, you really don't want this. Like in college football, you can be disqualified after 1 loss, so you always want to run the table. But in sports like basketball, or in baseball, or in general, or maybe in football, a game that was a lot closer that shouldn't have been that close that you won, it's amazing how bringing you back down to earth can prepare you for that next moment of adversity, or to keep that same team or that same group or that same locker room from falling for the same trap they did before that game or letting complacency set in during the game. Because there is no greater teacher of understanding to keep your foot on the pedal, to keep your foot on the throat and take somebody out when you get a chance, than giving up a big lead in a big moment during the regular season, and you're able to draw back on those things. I wonder how many times in the huddle that Coach Hurley brought back, guys, remember when we weren't winning, the things that we were doing, and now we are winning, remember how we prepare, how we operate, and the same thing with Jim Larrañaga in Miami and across the board with some of these teams. But Blaine,
what?
I don't need that.
What do you want?
I don't need your sass on a Tuesday.
What is it? What?
I need you to come in here and be excited about it.
I'm excited. Positivity time.
Yeah. Your thoughts on last night?
Glad it was close. I had a lot of questions going into that first half, a couple minutes in. San Diego State couldn't make a shot. But, yeah, I think San Diego State going through the tournament, what did they do the entire tournament? Be down by 8 plus at halftime, then come back.
Yep.
That says you a lot about the way they're coached, what type of scrappy team they are. But, I mean, you look at this UConn team, man. They just ran through everybody.
It's better.
It's better than everybody. I mean, at the end of the day, Sonogo, NBA player, absolute tree. Right? I think he ended, 19-10 in the championship? I mean, Hawkins.
17.
I mean, the point guard ended with 19 points. I mean, and at no point in that game, realistically, where I was like, I think San Diego State probably cut it to 5 at one point. And I was like, I just don't think they have enough.
Well, it's like it got down to 7 and 8.
You shot 23% from 3. You're not going to win that game against UConn. To beat UConn, you have to keep it close on the boards and hit threes.
Yeah.
And San Diego State just wasn't that team.
Well, you had to play a near-perfect game. I was shocked that San Diego State wasn't down more at the end of the first half with the way that I played. I know the turnovers kind of balanced out in the second half, but not only could San Diego State not get a quality shot or make a shot really in general, they were turning the ball over, and it was leading to runouts by UConn, which feeds right into exactly the way that UConn wants to play. You turn defense into offense.
Here's one more thing just on the Big East and how great the Big East was this season. All of UConn's losses, like we said, were in the Big East. That's 2 to Xavier, home and the road, 2 to Marquette on the road, and then in the conference championship, St. John's, Seton Hall, and Creighton.
Yeah.
Those were
again, the Big East, when we had
Providence. They lost to Providence on the road.
I every time Timmy B would come on here, be like, man, I enjoy watching Big East conference basketball more than any other conference right now. I really do. Maybe it's the style of play. Maybe it's a little bit of the depth of the conference from an offensive standpoint. They score a lot of points typically, and now that Georgetown has Ed Cooley, I don't think Providence is going to go anywhere, but now Georgetown has Ed Cooley. I'm really interested to see how that goes. But made a lot of bets on the tournament, made some money last night.
Yep.
But guys, with our friends over at DraftKings, we know sports is year-round. It just keeps coming on and coming on and coming on. We got the Nerfies rolling up in Major League Baseball. We have got futures on the draft. We picked our division winners in Major League Baseball as well. But this Saturday, they have an action-packed UFC 287 fight card, and it finishes with an epic rematch of longtime rivals Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. And put these hands on you. All right? They're going to face off again for the middleweight title. You can throw down for your shot to win big at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official betting partner of the UFC. And if you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up and use our code BOOSTER, BOOSTER, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Win or lose. That's win or lose. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code BOOSTER, BOOSTER. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Guys, there's a lot going on in the betting world right now. I mean, you got NBA playoffs coming up, NHL playoffs coming up. It's a smorgasbord right now.
Who are you taking in that UFC 287?
Man, I got to go Is. I got to go out of
One is?
Yeah, I'm going to go Is, man.
Going with Pereira I did the first time.
Again, I don't think that's crazy. I mean, we know Pereira's not super flashy. Adesanya is. I just feel like a little bit of revenge for Adesanya.
Okay.
Man. Little bit of revenge here. What's going on in the club over there?
Let's go to Ross Clifton. What's up, Rossi? Ask Crain Co. Which sport venues do you want to go to the most that you haven't been to before?
Fenway would be cool.
Yeah, Fenway, Wrigley, the typical ballparks. But I want to go to like an English Premier League game.
That'd be cool.
Like, that's what I want to. I want to go to one of their soccer games. I need to see it. I know y'all walking around in gangs and all this stuff. Like, I need to see it for myself. I want to go sit in a pub before a big soccer match. I'm a Chelsea fan. All right, I'd love to go over there and watch Chelsea play. That's on the bucket list. The Masters, obviously, is something that I want to go do. I want to go see the grounds. All I do is I've had a couple buddies go. My uncle's been. They just tell me it's unbelievable. And then, man, a NASCAR race or an F1 race. By the way, I forgot to tell you this. On our honeymoon, we're going to Monaco, but it's like a couple weeks after the Grand Prix for F1.
Really?
Yes. I was seeing maybe if I could sneak over there and watch. But the guy,
when we're going, our flight's Blaine, we don't leave for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know. Right? We're gonna be after it.
Yeah, we all have fun over there. We'll be back by the time.
No, you won't.
Yeah,
man, we already linked schedules.
No,
you need to figure that out. You need to figure out.
You know who knows my schedule? My fiance and the short little old Frenchman is going to be showing us around. Yeah. But I want him dressed up like old boy from Les Miserables.
How would he talk, Blaine?
Yeah.
Would Reed?
I just thinks everything's Italian.
Would Reed go to the Monaco Grand Prix?
Yes, for sure.
He'd have a blast too.
For sure. I'm so excited, man.
How loud do you think it is?
Probably pretty loud.
Like you're bougie for the rest of your life if you go to the Monaco.
You go to that?
I want to go. I know this might not be considered a sport, but I'm gonna go to the running of the bulls.
You want to run with the bulls?
I want to run with the bulls.
You want to run with them, or you want to watch other people?
I have no desire.
I'm running
to go run with bulls. You know what? You know what I want to do with bulls? I want to watch them play against the Trailblazers, or I want to watch them inside a fenced-in area as I'm sitting on the porch drinking a coffee or something. I don't want to go run with them. I don't want to go play patty cakes with them or play one-on-one basketball with them. Y'all do y'all's thing.
One-on-one basketball sounds sweet. Well, I play one-on-one.
Would y'all go watch bullfighting?
Yes.
You would watch bullfighting?
Yes.
Or would like
how do you feel about people
with the matador with the red thing?
Yes.
How do I feel about the people that do that?
No. How do you feel about the people who say, they should shut down bullfighting because it's inhumane to animals and to bulls?
Let me see what'd you eat yesterday. What'd you have yesterday? What'd you eat?
Broccoli. Not me. I'm talking.
Plants.
I'm just playing a character right now.
Well, no, that's the thing.
Ari Gold said even broccoli screens.
I'd ask him and be like, hey, so when's the last hamburger you had? You want me to tell you how that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't just magically appear.
Or
There's no hamburger store.
Where they have that ring and they get all those like gladiators, and they fight, like the circle, and whoever's the last one standing wins.
I feel like that was a long time ago.
No, they still do that.
Do they?
Yeah, look it up.
Not to the death, though.
In the Coliseum?
Not to the death. I mean,
look, if I'm watching a gladiator fight, I don't want to go watch a real gladiator fight. I don't want to watch this stuff where y'all sit and hit each other those big...
No, they punch each other in the face. Like, it's bare knuckle fighting.
Would you want to go to one of those slap things?
I'd watch it.
I'd
watch it.
I'd get so mad watching.
I feel like
laugh.
Blaine would be like just eerily good.
Can you imagine being in a sport where you got to sit there and just get hit in the face? Like slapped in the face?
And you just have to wait for it. And you can't.
No, you know what I do?
There's no way.
You know what I do?
First time I do this.
I'd go like 3 times. And like, because I don't know what they do.
And then
they put up a number and then like come back. And like right when I get here, just ball up my fist and punch him in the face as hard as I can.
If he's knocked out, he's knocked out.
Look,
What, Dana?
I don't know the regulations.
What, Dana? Let's go to David Wyman. He says, my 8-year-old son picked a bracket for the first time and made his picks by who had the cooler mascot.
What did he get, 99%?
Picked UConn to win the title.
Yeah, he probably got 99%. Congrats on the $250,000 from the ESPN bracket or whatever.
All right, let's go to... God, my thing just freaked out. Jeez.
Hey, don't panic over there.
I'm not. It's just thing just went completely black. No, I can't.
Wish you wouldn't panic.
All right, let's go to Ride Highs. Hashtag Ask the Boys. How much money would it take for you to ride a bull at the Houston Rodeo?
10 grand.
After seeing what happened.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Boy.
After seeing what happened to Jimmy in Yellowstone, probably.
God, yeah.
I'm more worried anatomically about me being on there with the bucking around and stuff. Like,
I'll do it for $750.
$750,000?
No, $750.
Oh yeah, I was about to say I'll do it for 10 grand. You give me 10 G's, I'll get on there.
What, you have to stay on there for 8, buddy.
Well, no, I thought you just said I got to attempt to stay on there for 8.
I'd stay on there for 8.
Lane Frost to you?
I'd stay on there for 8 for sure. I'm athletic.
I'd stay on there for 8 out of pure fear.
I think we should document this and see, like, what would Blaine be better at?
All the things that Blaine said he could do in sports, we need to hold him.
Yeah, the slap.
Let's go.
The slap
Let's
contest.
go.
You could stay on a bull. You could stay on a. Oh, you don't want to talk about getting stuff done. You can't even get a paintball gun up here.
Look,
the logistics on that are too complicated.
At this point,
you don't have the steady hands. You don't have the steady hands or the brain capacity.
The psychological warfare is gone now. Because now I know you'll never do it.
Yeah.
You'll never make good on the bet.
Good. I have exactly where I want you.
That's what I thought you'd say.
That's exactly
what I thought you'd say to him.
All right, let's go to Travis Elrod. Who would do the polar bear thing where you jump into freezing water?
Polar plunge? I would
it's about how long you stay.
I'd rather ride a bull.
But not from the top of the cliff with the 2 machetes like the guy did, the 2 axes.
What? No, yeah, you're talking about like God of War?
Oh, boy, when
God of War?
The God of War with the, did you see this?
Yeah.
Ragnarok?
Ago?
You didn't see the guy like in real life that
jumped off the cliff with 2 axes?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that was fake.
I don't know.
That was fake?
Real to me.
Talk about deep fake. They got me.
Look, I'm not. I'd rather ride a bull and do.
I should have known though. There's no more men left.
It wasn't.
I don't do cold water.
Look, well, how the cold showers?
Cold shower day. What was it, day 4?
Are y'all really doing that? Or are you
just
coming on?
And it's not fun.
It's not. And the thing about it doesn't get better.
The only thing
But I hope I'm better for it.
Getting up in the morning is the hot shower. So I could not get up when I get up. You'd be like, all right, I'm going to step into this Arctic glaze water.
Now, you know how great it is to get that hot shower when you get up this early? Now, magnify that because now you've gotten a cold shower.
I just don't want to scream at the top of my lungs at 4:30 in the morning.
That's why I started this when Darby Lou was out of town.
That's what it is.
Y'all don't? I just get up and yell as loud as I can.
You live by yourself. That's
well, my alarm clock, someone's screaming.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who's screaming at you on your alarm clock?
I don't know who it is, but it's on the TV.
No, you can do it like, remember when Siri's like, choose this voice, choose this voice, choosing his alarm.
Just someone.
It's like,
someone
it's like, oh, help me. And the next one's like, oh my God.
At this point, I'm just trying to piss my
There's a fire.
If I'm up, guess what? Everybody.
What was that one time you said you set like 7 different alarms?
So I set my TV, my phone, my Xbox, and my computer all 1 minute apart. It was a series of just screaming noises.
What's wrong?
You'd have thought it was a horror house.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man? What else we got in the chat?
All right, let's go to CG87343. $5 donation. Would you guys ever consider trying your hand at bullfighting?
No.
Bullfighting?
See, that's where it's like, I
feel like that's something I got to grow up in a family of bullfighters, like where that's just normal. Like, listen, I'll stand there, 95 mile per hour fastball, that's fine, throw it at me. Played football, no problem. I don't play sports against animals, okay? I don't do that. We got out of that game a long time ago. I don't want to go play basketball against a chimp. I don't want to go, play football against a rhinoceros. I don't want to piss off a bull and have it run at me. That's actually the exact opposite. If I'm ever caught in a situation where I'm in the same area of a upset bull, my goal is to get him to run the other way. So that's why I carry a blue.
I still think the craziest guys, when they play the game, they put the table in the middle of it, and you can't look at the bull, and whoever's the last one there wins like $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? You play poker, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're playing chicken with the bull, basically.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I would be out
with the bullfighting. Like, I know that the bull knows that I don't know what I'm doing. He knows.
On some instinctual level that was just over thousands of years of animals and people being together. At some point, that bull knows deep down, I really don't want to be here.
Yeah. He's like, I got you.
Yeah.
He didn't choose to be there.
Yeah, no. One of us chose to be here and made a horrible mistake, and that person was me.
Cowboy poker, that's what it's called.
Cowboy poker.
Cowboy poker.
Yeah, no, I'm good on just normal poker.
Yeah? I'm not really that good at that either, to be honest.
Well, it just depends on what it is. But I'll tell you what, I am good at finding places that if you have a podcast or whatever, if you're trying to, if you need a commerce platform, let's put it easy. Let's put it in an easy way. For starting, running, and growing your business, our friends over at Shopify, if you have a great product and you need a great company, they can help to sell it. That's why you need Shopify. All right, they make it easy to sell to anyone from anywhere. Imagine all the resources and tools available for a large business, available for you right now. And that's what you get with Shopify. And when you hear this golden tune, that means, guess what? You're getting richer because that means you made a sale. Shopify, again, they make the complicated part easy, especially going out on your own. You've got enough problems trying to get things off the ground, man. If you're trying to sell merch or anything, I am telling you, Shopify, I used it. I understand it. They make it easy for me. You can customize your online store to your brand, discover new customers, and build the relationships that create diehard fans. Shopify also helps you manage inventory, track payments, and view real-time business insights from a single dashboard. They've built the tools you need so that you can focus on building your business. David, they got that 24/7 support and free on-demand business courses. Shopify is in your corner every step of the way, all right? So sign up for $1 per month trial at shopify.com/Crain. That's C-R-A-I-N, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/Crain to start selling online today. Shopify.com/Crain. When you hear this noise, you didn't start a bakery, but best believe you're breaded, my friend.
I just want to check my bank account.
Shopify. I know. Every time I hear that, I just want to just look around and start judging people. All right. Let's get to 5 big questions, Dave.
5 big questions? 5 big questions.
Let's get there.
First one up, the Atlanta Braves have retired number 25 in honor of Andruw Jones. All right. Where does Andruw Jones rank amongst your favorite Braves players all time, Jay?
Oh, he's top 5 for sure.
I
mean, I go back and forth between him and Kenny Lofton as to who's my overall favorite Braves center fielder.
Oh, okay. I thought because Chipper Jones is your number 1, right?
Chipper, yes.
Number 1 off limits, right?
Make no mistake, Chipper Jones.
After that, were you Greg Maddux after that, or see? I don't.
It would go honestly.
We didn't see Hank Aaron play.
I would go of guys that I've seen play, and this may surprise some people. I would go Chipper Jones, then Ryan Klesko second.
Ryan Klesko
was a huge Ryan Klesko guy. Awesome. A lot of people have David Justice second. Can I tell a funny Blaine and Chipper Jones story real quick?
No, you can't. It involves Blaine and the Braves,
so Blaine,
I need to hear
when
it.
Blaine was younger, he sucked his middle finger.
Oh, my
God. Not his thumb.
We're doing this?
He would walk
around.
Okay.
So people can understand.
No, please continue.
Don't call my brothers ever.
Please continue, please.
So we're at a Braves game.
Good.
We're at a Braves game, and God, I think Blaine was, I was probably 11 or 12, so Blaine was 8, 9, and we had great seats, first baseline. All right, Chipper Jones is up there, and I think he had a ground ball to short, and you know when you're a young baseball player, coaches are always like, hey, run it out. And Chipper kind of big leagued it to first. So it was so crazy because there was a bunch of people there. They were playing the Cubs. I remember I watched Sammy Sosa hit a home run that evaporated to left field. It made me rethink playing third base as like a 12-year-old. So Chipper jogs it down the first baseline. And all of a sudden, like the PA guy says something and the whole section's quiet. Like, in a stadium where it goes quiet and you can hear. Blaine stands up, okay, has his finger in his mouth. He's like, Chipper, run to first, Chipper! Run to first, Chipper! And everybody around, it was the cutest thing ever. Probably maybe the cutest thing Blaine ever did.
That's why you're not a
It's
Braves
not even the
fan.
best Braves story, though, for me.
Oh, tell me when you got lost.
You want to hear about this?
Oh, no, listen.
So
you thought I was going to tell that story.
Yeah, so
no, this is you telling this story.
I went with...
Sinbad Big Brother. You walk around
my dad didn't go. I think my mom went with a bunch of other kids.
Yeah.
And I was there. And so we got there.
You're lucky.
And I was one of those kids who would wander. I would just wander off. did at Mexico, did it at the Brave Stadium.
I heard about Mexico.
So I got there. We walk in and everything, and somehow I got separated from my mom. And there was a kid there who kind of looked like me, had the same hair color. All right, so my mom said they got all their tickets, got their food, and I don't know how long you can go without noticing your kids.
The real Home Alone
your kids out there. They went and sat in the stands, in their seats.
With the other kids?
With the other kids and the other moms. And then she looked around
and
realized the kid that she thought was me wasn't me. So me, being the smart young lad that I was.
How old were you when this was?
Young. Super young. I don't know.
6, 7?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Not knowing who my mom is, right? I went up to a police officer, and I was like, hey, I couldn't say my R's when I was growing up. So, like, it was like a cute little Roger Rabbit. I was like, hey, I know my parents are. I lost my mom. He's like, okay, buddy, just come with me.
Dude, listen
and
to this.
Somehow, I don't know how this happened, but the cop took me to the Braves locker room, right? Met all the Braves.
They
gave me a binder.
All of them?
They gave me a binder full of baseball cards, the tomahawk and everything. So like all the other kids. Are
you kidding me?
It's like, can I go get lost?
Hold on. The Yankees fan. The Yankees fan got, and he's still.
That's the treatment you got in Atlanta, and you're a Yankees fan?
Let me tell you the story about a boy who was disappointed. All right? Let me tell you about 11-year-old Jake. Huge Braves fan.
Yeah.
Loves the Braves. Watch every game. Baseball is his favorite sport.
Look at me like that.
We go to the Braves game. All of a sudden, but Macaulay over here just disappears. Disappears. So everybody's panicking. I'm thinking my little brother is halfway, to Mexico right now to be sold to do God knows what. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there with my Brave shirt I brought from home, and this Benedict Arnold comes walking up in a Braves hat, jersey, binder, full of cards. Fred McGriff.
Ooh,
I remember like yesterday.
Dog?
He had, what else do you have? They gave you everything. I don't know if I was more happy that we found him or more upset that we found him with all the stuff.
Oh, you were upset.
I instantly just, in my mind, was like, how am I going to get lost?
Dude, it was wild.
Like, could I talk an older person to look like they were abducting me? Because they're going to give him that for getting lost. If I beat an abduction rap, they may give me some stock in the team.
You get a Chipper tattoo.
I'll be able to hang out with Chipper.
It was wild.
I forgot about that.
I remember it too. It's one of those things where, like, I don't remember a lot growing up, but I remember that for some reason.
That's wild.
My favorite Brave, other than Chipper Jones, probably Rafael Furcal.
Rafael Furcal was great.
I love watching absolute hand.
Followed up Walt Weiss at short, right?
Yeah. Yep. But Andruw Jones, absolute stud.
Top 5 Brave, though.
Top 5 Brave. His son, who's, I'm trying to remember what organization, I think he was the #1 overall pick, is outstanding if you watch this kid play, which doesn't shock you. Apple doesn't far fall from the tree there.
I would say Andruw Jones, top 5 Brave for me, too. A lot of childhood memories when he got his number retired there. Congratulations to him. All right, let's stay with baseball. The Angels' Anthony Rendon suspended 5 games for the altercation with a fan that happened, what was it, last week?
Yep.
Earlier in the week. We have the video. I want to play it, and I want you guys to tell me if 5 games was appropriate.
Yeah, let's go and play this.
That's my son. What did you say? Yeah, you called me a Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, mother.
Look, here's my thing. Number one, that the dude who Anthony Rendon took the swipe at, that was his father who introduced you. Did you hear it? He's like, this is my son. He's like, here, let me introduce my. That's what it sounded like to me.
Play it again.
Listen to the beginning. He says, this is my son. Play it.
That's my son.
Yeah.
You hear him? That's my son. I guess he thought it was going to be like a cool interaction. But my thing is this. Look, if you're Anthony Rendon, you're a Major League Baseball player. You are rich. Look at the money you have made. Fans are going to say a lot of stuff. We see this all the time. And look, if a grown man calls another grown man the B word, I get how disrespectful that is. I totally understand. And where I'm from, that's on site. But at some point, you got to mature as an adult and understand where you're at. Because you hit that guy, regardless of what he said, he can not only sue you, he'll sue that organization. I had somebody on Twitter said, oh, he's rich, money doesn't matter. Well, just because you have money doesn't mean you just do stupid things and lose it. How do you think people that win the lottery lose all that money? That's an awful way to think it. Like, your budget must be an absolute disaster. But why if you're Anthony Rendon? That's not the first time somebody's called you that. You've probably been called way worse than that. If you're that insecure about being called that, that makes me start to question whether that may hit you in the feeling somewhere different. Maybe deep down in places that you don't want to talk about, maybe there's a little bit of that in there. The fact that you reacted like that, because how many games Anthony Rendon played in? A ton. It's in this guy's first walk in the park. To let a fan get you that upset to the point of you taking a swing at them, are you grabbing them and pulling them down as you walk in the dugout? You're above that. All right? Fans, pay your salary. Let's be honest.
That's what
all right? Regardless of they say horrible things, they'll say racist things, whatever they'll say to get in your head. But you have to be above that. There's a reason it's called professional baseball. And I think that was very unprofessional by Anthony Rendon. And I think he would, if he was sitting right here, would look and say, that was a mistake.
I hope so.
That was a mistake. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I've never seen any problems from Anthony Rendon other than the man can't stay healthy.
I mean, I can't imagine going to the ballpark and using that sort of language at a player just because that's not how I enjoy a ball game. Yeah. And everybody knows that fan. They're super annoying. And you want justice served. I get that. But to your point, those fans pay your salary. Sadly, they pay for that right to be able to say stuff like that. There is language that crosses a game. We've seen that happen in sporting events, and those fans are usually removed from games and not let back in. This, to me, this is just an obnoxious fan who paid for the right to come and, shout at players at the ballpark. So you can't take a swing at this guy.
5 games, I think, is a good amount.
What do you think?
I think they made a graph for this. Right? It's called Mess Around. Right, and you find out. And you find out. If you're going to call I don't care what sport it is or what your profession is, if you call another man the B word, right, or the P word,
I had a feeling.
Right? Then let's go find out.
Yeah,
it really is.
See,
don't do it during the game. I'll meet you afterwards.
See, well, that's easy to say when you don't have when you're just responsible for yourself. So let me say, David Cohn's walking down the street at the market with his wife and 2 kids. Some guy calls him the B word. David Cohn knocks him out. Then gets sued and fired from the Daily Wire. So now David Cohn, who has 2 basically newborn kids, doesn't have a job. He's got to struggle to pay the mortgage. There's stuff that is sometimes you just got to grow up. Like just grow. This isn't high school. People that get mad about this stuff are it's just, to me, it's high schoolish. I've got too much to lose to be going out here. Now, if you threaten me physically, or you threaten my family physically, you walk up in my face, put your hands on me and call me that, that's a different story. But standing in the stands and calling somebody that, what? So you punched the guy in the face, let's say you hit him, you knocked him out. All of a sudden you get sued, the organization gets sued, you're out of Major League Baseball, you're a disgrace to the game. Was that worth it, being a big tough guy? You know what being a tough guy to me is?
I think it would be a disgrace to the game.
Well, it'd be a bad light. It'd be bad PR. You punched a fan in the face. I mean, you basically turn into Kenny Powers, which some could look as a good thing or as a bad thing. But forget being a disgrace to the game. You put your job and your money and the way you provide for your family in jeopardy. I'll be judged at the end of the day by how I provide for the people I'm supposed to provide for and how I protect them, not what some dumbass fan says at a baseball game. Grow up.
But I said afterwards.
It's funny you.
It doesn't matter if you do it afterwards or at the game.
Well, if they meet you there to fight you, I would love to see him sue you in court and then sue you for a lawsuit. We'll see how that goes.
He brought him down.
If y'all both meet each other outside to fight,
that's not what happened.
Let's see who sues who.
That's
wins.
not what
Let's
happened.
see who has better lawyers. Anthony Rendon or some random.
That's not what happened. Just make up scenarios while you're at it. Why don't a blimp come down?
No, that's what I'm saying that I would do. I got asked the question. So what do you mean that's not? If I'm Anthony Rendon, if you really think I'm a B word or a P word, meet me after the game in the parking lot.
I don't think you would.
I don't think you would do that.
Okay, then it won't happen.
It'd be a Shooter McGavin situation.
Yeah.
If you're really about it, then show me.
Yeah, again, it's at some point, look, I get it, all right? If we're walking around in sophomore year of high school and you call me that, we're probably throwing hands in the hallway. But if I'm Anthony Rendon, a starting Major League Baseball player, and some A's fan calls me the B word, I could care less. I'm going to go take my rich ass, go sit in my Maserati, drive home to my supermodel wife in my mansion, and laugh at you while your broke ass goes home. That's what I'm
going to take my rich ass to see if you'll meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah, well, then you won't be rich long.
No, I think I'll be good.
Me in the analogy, because I was just saying to somebody yesterday, if I punched everyone in the face who, 1, deserved it, or 2, I wanted to, I wouldn't have made it far enough to meet you guys.
Yeah,
much less.
If you cold clock a guy, then yeah, I get it. But if the guy meets you outside to fight, then understandable, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know why are we setting up to meet to fight like it's high school? Let's go meet me at Monkey Park. Let's go throw hands. Like, how about this? Why am I telling a guy, hey, I'm Anthony Rendon. Meet me after my game against the Athletics so I can fight you in the parking lot.
Look, if you're upset about it enough, yeah, go do it. You're a grown-ass man.
Boy, that's
So 5 games too much for you then.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's baseball. I think they should all fight.
Okay. All right, next one. The parent company of UFC, Endeavor, has now signed a landmark agreement to form a new publicly traded company where UFC and WWE will merge. The company will be TKO. That will consist of MMA and pro wrestling. Okay, so Dana White will continue to be president of UFC. Now, Ari Emanuel, who Ari Gold and Entourage is based off of, will continue to be the CEO of Endeavor. Vince McMahon will be on the board. How do you feel about this?
Well, we talked about this yesterday, and you dove into this further than me. Are we talking about this is just a merger between two elite companies that are coming together, that the product's still going to be different, where we have UFC the way it's been and then WWE the way it's been? I hate to tell everybody out there, but wrestling's fake. Like, it's not real.
It's still real to me.
I know. My question is what type of mergers? Is it just a strictly financial, or is this, hey, guess what? Now Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to fight Conor McGregor.
That's what we were talking
about. Which, if
about.
it's real, I don't want to watch fake fighting. If I want to watch fake fighting, I'll turn on The View. I want to watch real fighting. If Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to fight Conor McGregor with UFC rules, sign me up every day of the week. But is that what this is, David?
No, obviously it's the first one, but we can dream. So can we just go ahead and build a pay-per-view? Stone Cold and The Rock, tag team tandem, Conor McGregor, and pick.
Hey, well, think about this. Haven't we seen this before?
Are they actually fighting, or
who cares?
Well,
I care.
Bill it.
That's
fighting.
lame.
You're not used to seeing.
I'd rather than combine the slap boxing with UFC.
Hold on, though.
And fake WWE.
This isn't the first merger we've seen between wrestling and UFC. What's that monster's name?
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, wrestler, UFC. That worked out well. I mean, he was as
well. That's because he went and
popular
fought UFC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're taking wrestlers and at some point we are going to fight UFC, look, you tell me when and where. I'll pay the pay-per-view for that.
As long as it ends up in the octagon, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I just don't want it in the WWE.
Yeah, if I see Logan Paul doing fake jumps around a ring, I don't want to watch that.
That's exactly right.
Do you think The Rock could have had success as a MMA fighter?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, define success. Not the success
I think
he's had.
so.
Now, I think he made the right call.
Going
100%.
No, for sure, but I think he could.
Blaine thinks he's mid, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's a mediocre. Name a great performance from The Rock.
Dude, your George Clooney thing got me the other day, actually.
I appreciate that.
I've never thought.
The Rock played football, somewhat agile, played in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I think if he really got coached up, he'd go to UFC. I mean, the dude's an absolute unit. I mean, he's giant.
And rich.
And super rich.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like The Rock's like a different type of rich.
Yeah.
It's like, do I have to look at you in the eyes type rich?
I just bought all your stuff.
Yeah.
I own all your stuff now.
Who are you? I am.
All right, next one. NHL. All right, so the Bruins became the 4th team ever to reach 60 wins. 5 games remaining. Will they break the all-time record of 62 wins? That's a tie between the Red Wings and the Lightning right now.
Yep, just got to go 3-2. Just got to go 3-2. I'm gonna give the Bruins the benefit of the doubt on that one.
You want me to pull up their schedule?
Yeah, yes, but look, I mean, you look, 69-12. You got 125 points. I don't know if the schedule really even matters at this point. Y'all been, running through the league like the plague. I think the biggest question now is, and we've said it while the Bruins have been on this run. Typically, teams that dominate regular seasons like this don't win the championship.
Mm-hmm. Yep. President's Cup trophy.
Are you taking the Bruins or the field? Got to take the field, right? I wonder. That's got to be a bet on DraftKings.
I would probably take.
I would think.
I'd probably take the field.
I mean, I'm looking. The Lightning and the Leafs, they scare the hell out of you. The Canes right now, I mean, they're at you got 3 teams in the Metropolitan that are over 100 points with the Canes, the Devils, and the Rangers. I mean, I feel like, man, it's up for grabs. The Stars and the Wild have both clinched. Looking at the Preds, man, it's looking like it's not going to happen for the Preds, which, by the way, going to the Preds game tonight, taking Reed, first hockey.
You're going to
Who are they playing?
They are playing, hold on one second. They have got the Vegas Golden Knights.
Wow.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Reed's never been to one. Yeah, I almost wanted to bet the over as a show bet because we were going, but I'm going to get her some.
Yeah, Preds jersey?
I'm going to get one there.
Okay. So I got one if you want to wear one.
Hopefully you'll see a lot of fights.
Appreciate it.
Behind you.
Yeah, there's one behind us. Maybe I need to
One
walk
right up there.
from the studio.
All right, so they have Toronto on Thursday.
Where at?
At home.
Okay.
In Boston. This is the Bruins again here. Then they have the New Jersey Devils at home. Both of those are playoff teams. Then they go to Philly. They have the Capitals at home. Then they go to Montreal.
Got your Flyers, man.
They could go 3-2.
The Flyers?
Yeah, I'm talking about they got the Flyers third game of this 5-game set. I got them 3-2. Give me the record. Give me the record. Give me the Bruins.
Yeah. I think you got to go the field. And when it comes to hockey, like, I don't know what the odds are, but usually, like, even the best team usually doesn't win in hockey. It's usually the team who's hottest rolling into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Lightning, always scary. I mean, where are the Canes at? Canes right now are in
the Canes.
What's going on with the Avalanche?
Well, the Canes and the Stars. Let me pull it up. The
third.
They have
third in the Central Division.
Yeah, third in the
Central right now.
And
they haven't clinched,
but technically the Stars and the Wild are tied for first. So really,
and the Knights are on top of their.
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Las Vegas is at 103 points. The Kings are right behind. I'll tell you what, it's a great day to be named the Kings.
Yeah,
with the way it's going in the NBA and the NHL, and just really over time in general. But
all right, last one here. Walker Kessler, your boy. He may miss the rest of the regular season. Is that right?
He's going to be out for the rest of the regular season.
Concussion protocol?
Yeah, he got a concussion against the Nets. Walker's had a great season so far. It's been nothing but success for him. So concussion protocol. If the Jazz are going to do anything, they're going to play this smart. They're going to put him out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, the Jazz. No, look, they're not winning it this year. They're trying to build that team for the future, and you know, we always talk about in fall camp, and you'll hear us, doing these spring practice reviews and things like that, and then getting into August and things like that. Well, there's always good surprises and bad surprises. Not that they didn't think Walker Kessler was going to be a good player, but I don't think they thought he was going to do this early. I mean, you look at what he's doing around the rim, affecting the game. I mean, it's incredible. It's the same thing when he went from North Carolina, where he was averaging like 1.3 points, to Auburn the next year, where he turns into what I thought was the best defensive player in the country. And now we're seeing it in the NBA. It's one of those things, man, where you have to be able to see the beach through the forest, and that's what I think the Jazz are doing. They're looking like that Rudy Gobert trade, man.
Timberwolves.
T-Wubs.
God, I'll tell you what, Rudy Gobert just gets Shaq and Charles Barkley just rip.
They just rip him to shreds.
What do they say about him?
They tell him he's like the worst big man. He makes so much money to be the worst big man in the NBA.
Man. I mean, if you think about Rudy Gobert is huge. Like
7-footer, isn't
he? He's every bit of 7 foot. But his reach maybe 7'5", something like that. Walker's is up there. Like
but the thing about Walker, like Walker's an anticipatory player.
He is.
In the paint. That's one thing. You go back to Auburn. That's why he had like 1 million blocks. He knows when he can time his jump. He knows where to get to the top of his jump.
Well, and two, when you're that long, you don't have to fall for the pump fake.
No.
On the first thing. If you just tell yourself not to jump,
you have to reach the gain ground in the amount of time.
And one of the things I like that he did, and I wish more big men would do, instead of swatting the ball out of the bounds, like Bill Russell used to, grab the ball. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to block it out of bounds, and they get another shot. Just grab me the ball. Counts as a block. Steal doesn't matter.
Rudy Gobert, 7'1", 258 pounds, wingspan 7'9".
Oh,
what are you?
7'9"? So basically, he could grab the camera from right here. It's like Inspector Gadget.
How is anyone scoring?
It's the biggest Frenchman ever.
Yeah, don't trust him. What do we got in the club?
Let's go to the DGD podcast. What's up, DGD? $5 donation. It says, Blaine Crain wakes up to a Rocky Top. Change my mind. The only way I can change your mind
will always be.
We can come have a little boys' night. Kick it in the crib, make a sleepover, we'll see what I wake up to.
Well, everybody
ready to get freaked out.
That's what they do when you become a resident in the state of Tennessee. You have to wake up to the sound of Rocky Top.
It's home sweet home to you, baby.
Listen.
I refuse to wake up to Rocky Top.
Okay, well, the government, you hear that?
Let's go to Josh Mahler with the $50 donation.
Wow.
Joshua!
J-Bomb?
He said, I made some money on the Final Four weekend. Put some on that back into the game last night.
Yes.
Won big.
Yes.
Want to share with you guys for being so fun and be such an inspiration. Josh, congrats.
Josh, you're inspiring me.
Way to go,
I'm super inspired right now. What who all threw money on the over? All right, who believed in us last night? Because look, it was a fight. I tell you, the move was when I went to the kitchen to get that second drink, and I had a choice. Mm-hmm. Do I stick with Diet Coke that the first half only netted me 60 points? All right, I needed over 132.5, or do I call an audible? Went with Sunkissed. Remember when I walked in, what happened?
You came back in with good energy.
What did I say? I said, you know what? It smells like a second half full of points to me, boys.
Yeah.
Turns out, it was right. Smashed it.
Let's go to Feeling Dangerous 113.
Ooh, I like that.
$5 donation. She says, you mentioned fake fighting on The View. My thought was Skip and Shannon. I'm not sure what's more fake.
I think most of it's scripted. I do want to say this, though. I think Shannon is a lot more. I don't agree with a lot of what Shannon Sharp says, okay, which is fine. We need more of that. But I do think Shannon is somewhat authentic. I just, it's, when I watch him, just instinctually, it seems authentic to me when he actually does get upset.
Real to me.
Like, with Skip, look, Skip Bayless, it doesn't, wrong and right about predictions. That went out a long time ago, Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is a really good showman. We're talking about him right now. Skip's value is that we all know he doesn't believe half what he says. He knows he doesn't believe half what he says, but he still says it and can somewhat argue it. And he's not afraid to look like an absolute idiot, which happens a lot. Look, they say if you want to be famous, don't read the comments. Like, I don't want to sound stupid about things. I don't want to sound misinformed about things because it's funny or people point and say, wow, what a stupid thing to say, the shock jockey stuff. I don't know. I know it works. Just like tabloids work, there's a reason they put them right by the counter in the grocery store. People look at it, oh, Prince Harry's got 4 arms, what? And then they get it, or something like that. But like at some point, like The View, those are just what happens when you put stupid people together. Like I don't even know if they're smart enough to script it. I just think they all agree with each other and they don't live in the same world as we do. So, I mean, I can see what you're saying. I do want to give Shannon a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. And then Cowherd, I know for a fact that Cowherd, believes what he says.
I've always liked Colin.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Scott. What's up, Scott? Blaine, what if Peyton Manning sang Rocky Top? Would you wake up to that? No.
You don't want to wake up to Peyton Manning?
We could probably find a recording of that.
No, I don't. First of all, no, that's freaky.
Home sweet
Peyton Manning singing, probably terrible.
To blame.
Now, if Peyton Manning was just around throwing a football, yeah, probably looks great.
When Peyton Manning comes on this show, we're going to get him to sing Rocky Top and clip that for you.
Okay, it's different than me hearing it on the show and me waking up to it.
No, we're going to clip that and put it on your phone so you wake up to it.
You would rather wake up to screams? Motivational screams.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Rocky Top is? Just one long motivational scream?
No, but see, Ebonics, the Rocky Top is.
But you hate metal music.
Yeah, it's terrible. Grudge scream's different. It's just weird. Do you like heavy metal music?
I don't listen to heavy metal, but didn't you put Nirvana in heavy metal?
Huh?
Didn't you put Nirvana in heavy metal?
Well, like,
they're grunge.
They have some heavy metal songs.
I'm not a song expert, but like Tom Sawyer from Rush, are we calling that heavy metal?
No.
Okay, good, because I like that.
No, that's a good song.
I like Rush, man.
Good song.
All right, let's go to Texas Ed. Does anybody get more information on Mark hitting a 300,000K bet last night?
Yeah, okay. Did anybody see?
I need to know.
That was so random. Like, Mark, if you're out there, like, I know you're out there, Mark. I know there's a lot of you out there, but that one special Mark last night hopped in the chat. We're talking about, hey, let us know what you're doing with your bets. Towards the end of the game, the man goes, hey, I just won 300K. And they said, okay, bye.
That's why I won, because he's that steady.
Look.
He didn't even get emotional about it.
What did I say? I said, Mark, listen, I don't know you. You don't know me. Because he said something about, I don't want to jinx it, though. Like, it was just about to hit. And I was like, if I had a bet that was about to hit $300,000, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm not looking in general. My eyes are closed. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about what's happening. I don't want congratulations yet. Until the moment that bet not only hits, but I watch that money go from that place into my account, then we celebrate. Because what's the rule we told all our boys, Blaine? At some point, we're going to hit a humongous bet like that or win the lottery. And we don't know when it's going to be or where it's going to be. But at some point, you're going to be going through your day and one of us is going to pull up in a limousine. And we all made a deal that regardless of what's happening, you could be about to say, I do, all right, or about to take off in a space shuttle to go stop an asteroid from destroying Earth. You have to get in that limo. That's the deal we made.
That's the deal y'all made?
That's the deal we made.
I want to
Would it be okay if you did that on your wedding day?
What?
You said even if you're about to say I do, you'd get out and get in that limo. You sure you want to stick with that, Jake?
I'd say I do real quick. Hey, I do.
Look, it doesn't matter what's going on. Right? You could be at your wedding day. You could be getting baptized. All right?
We made this deal before.
When the limo or the copter pulls up,
yeah, the limo
you don't
or the
ask
chopper.
questions.
You get in.
You just get in.
You just get in.
That's how it
Wow.
works.
Mark, call in tomorrow and tell us the story.
And Mark, feel free to donate $10,000 into the chat.
All right, let's go to L4E. What's up, man? Are the Lakers making the playoffs? Honesty matters. Yes, they are.
Okay. Yes, but are they doing anything in the playoffs? I mean, LeBron went to go see the second best foot doctor of all time, obviously. So it helped in there. But I don't think anybody from the West is winning it. I'll go ahead and start there. But you look at the Lakers right now, they're sitting overall at 7th. So you're in the play-in. Remember, 7 through 10 is the play-in game, just like we have, the first 4 that have the plan for the NCAA tournament. So I'm going to say yes, but they're not going to do anything, which is the whole point of the Lakers, right? The Lakers are past making the playoffs, which I don't know here lately. But the Lakers are one of those organizations. It's like the Yankees or the Dodgers or the 49ers or the Patriots. It's not about making the playoffs. It's about winning a championship. So are the Lakers going to make the playoffs? Probably. But the Lakers aren't worried about kissing a bunch of fives. They're trying to go make out with the 9.
Yeah, they're 2 games above 500 right now at 40-38 with the Oklahoma City Thunder in 10th place right now, 38-41.
I mean, they're a half game back from the Warriors.
So it's still tight.
So I mean, you can still get out of the play-in game, but still, even if they get out of the play-in game, I mean, man, I'm taking the Pels over the Lakers, and I for sure don't believe in the Pelicans. Just at some point, like, you know,
right, that's a pick 'em. Realistically, you're taking the Pels or the Lakers. I mean, a healthy Lakers team just as good as the Pelicans.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, but I don't believe in the Pels with the Zion situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you would still take the Pelicans over the Lakers.
Yes,
even if you don't believe in them.
Yes, that's how much I don't believe in the Lakers. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
I would take in a Pels. You
also said the Lakers weren't making the playoffs.
When did I say that?
Yeah, you said the Lakers definitely weren't making the playoffs when they were outside the plan.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Like again, though, and during the NCAA tournament, I said I consider the NCAA tournament 68 teams because of the playing games. But do we really consider the start of the tournament when Mississippi State played Pittsburgh? Are you considering on that opening Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning on True TV when you watch College of Charleston playing San Diego State in the first round? Like the playing game is something that they added, just like we've added more teams in Major League Baseball.
So you think if the Lakers lose in the play-in game and they're not one of the top 8, they didn't officially make the playoffs?
Well, I wouldn't say, you could argue both sides of it. But I'm just looking at the Lakers. To me, when I think of the Lakers in the playoffs, I think the Lakers going to win the Western Conference, not hoping to God they make the play-in game between the 7 and 10 to face off against the mighty Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, that's my point. It's not up to the
Anthony
Lakers
Davis was hurt for more than half the season. So I feel like, yeah, exactly. But I feel like even if you made the playoffs with 1, LeBron being hurt for that long, and 2, Anthony Davis being hurt for that long, I mean, that's a win if you're the Lakers. That you're going your two best players who are hurt for more than half. So more than hurt for the half of the season, and you're still going to make a play-in for the playoffs. I mean, hell, you came out better than what you thought you would.
So the Lakers went to go get Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook to build a super team, and you're sitting here telling me this many years later that they should be happy with making the play-in game?
For this year, when both your top players got hurt for more
regardless
than half the
of
season,
injury, I don't think the plan was, hey, let's hope we make the play-in case something bad happens. LeBron's in the twilight of his career.
No, I don't think that was your plan.
This experiment, they did win their one championship, I'll give them that, but outside of that, the experiment's failed, and I think any Lakers fan worth his salt, or that's been a Lakers fan for any point in time, will tell you this is a huge disappointment.
So how far do you think they can go this year, Blaine? Legitimately in the West. Can they win the West?
No, but I think they can make it. I think they can win a couple playoffs.
Okay, so we saw a Golden State team. They kept their core together, win championships. Yep. They had to deal with injuries, right? Steph was out, Clay was out, Draymond's out. They traded away Kevin Durant. They won another championship this past season. Do you think the Lakers, with how old these guys are getting, Anthony Davis can't stay hurt, LeBron James is getting older and older. They've already traded Russell Westbrook away. If they don't win the championship this year, is this a team you can keep together and still make another run next year?
I think a lot of that depends on Anthony Davis. I think, if anything, the Lakers have their eggs in the basket more than Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I mean, Anthony Davis can't stay healthy for a season, can't even play half a season. So sooner or later, I mean, the best ability is what? Availability, right? So if Anthony Davis is not out there playing, I'm moving Anthony Davis. I'm moving on from that. Still, Anthony Davis has looked great lately, but it doesn't matter if you're not on the court. With Anthony Davis, more than half his career hasn't been on the court.
Yeah, that's the problem with Anthony Davis was supposed to take some pressure off of LeBron. He's done the exact opposite by getting hurt. Yeah. LeBron's had to carry more of the load, but that's the problem with Anthony Davis. When he's playing well, you're like, this guy's one of the top 5 players in the NBA. Like, you watch him play well. I watched him win it. Thank God for Calipari, he won that national championship for Kentucky. Let's be honest. People forget that team was loaded, but Anthony Davis was a dog in college. I've never seen anybody dominate the game in the NCAA tournament like he did in all areas. But when Anthony Davis is good, it's electric. I mean, his great is so great that when his bad happens, which is more than the great, you go back to but this is what we could get, this is what we could get, this is what we could get. But what Blaine's saying with availability, like, I don't want you in short bursts, man. I need you over time when it matters. So again, I think the experiment's done. I think it's done in LA.
You want some reactions now?
Yeah, let's get to some reactions. This is one of my favorite things.
All right, time for reactions. The first one up comes from Jake, the Healing Monk video.
Okay. So what? I don't know if this is 100%. I don't think this is a 100% real interview.
It's real that it got interviewed.
But like we said about WWE, if you've ever watched the movie Role Models, the LARPing, or what do they call it, live action role playing?
I wouldn't.
Where people pretend, David, you dress up every weekend, don't lie.
It's LARPing for sure.
Wait, hold on. There's a term called LARPing.
David.
And it stands for live action role playing. And
David.
You thought that I would know what that means?
I thought you saw Role Models, the movie.
No.
You remember the one guy's like, let us gingerly.
I've seen Role Models?
No.
You need to watch Role Models.
Okay.
It's got
Look, the last one you were right about, Age of Adeline, I really like that
Stifler, Sam, Sean William Scott.
I have no idea what LARPing is, but
all right, so LARPing is when these grown men and adults, and look, do what you want, okay? I don't, you live your life. Just don't force it on me or get weird. So this group of guys that dress up like knights and believe that some of them are monks and healing, they basically think they're in Game of Thrones. That's the best way I could put it.
Is that what they're doing, Game of Thrones?
Yes. Let's go ahead and just run this clip, and I'm just going to let y'all hear it because I've been laughing about this for 2 days. Y'all run this clip.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
That's not a lot of glitter.
Hold on, keep it right there. First off, you're not off to a great start when your first name is Graeme.
Graham spelled Graeme. But this man, if you're on audio right now, you need to go to YouTube and look at this. He's in full like old school Knight Templar gear.
Can we play it one more time?
Yeah, let's play this one more time. Let's play this one more time. Just play it one more time.
The glitter thing is what gets
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
That's for real, man.
Dude, the part where he immediately reacts to the dead body by thinking he can help because he's a healing monk. Somebody on Twitter said that I about wrecked the car when I read this, and I shouldn't have been reading and driving, but he said everybody knows that anybody below a level 70 necromancer can't reattach a head. Like the comments were just as good as this, but the fact that this really happens in real life, and again, I'm not out here trying to put anybody on blast. I just cannot imagine dressing up in like knight's armor on a Saturday. Do you remember where we lived when we first moved up here? And we went past the intramural field that one day, and they were all out there battling. Like, y'all gotta understand.
Over in the park.
Yeah.
We caught it like group running up on group.
Yeah.
Like, like that. But it's 9:30 in the morning.
And then Blaine got out of the car and said, "I'll catch you guys later."
No, Blaine got out of the car and
no. What do you mean? Y'all got out of the car. I drove the car in it.
Blaine got out there with a bunch of Capri Suns and orange slices.
Like, yeah, they had cool little sticks. I had a Ford Fusion.
All right. That's all right. Next one.
That's real quick. That's a fake video, guys. Apparently, this guy's name's Graham Barrett. He's a comedian. He has a bunch of videos.
Okay.
Well, look, that was hilarious. It's real to me.
What's your stand-up tour? Because I want to come see.
Yeah, that was good.
Very well done.
That one uses a lot of
very
glitter.
well done, Graham.
That was
I love
very
it.
well done.
Next one, Big Boy Baseball. Big Boy Baseball.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody, nobody on set say a word while this is playing.
I won't say anything.
This, if you're on audio, it's a Little League baseball game, and this massively overweight poor child is hitting. Here we go. Let's play the clip. Just everybody listen. I gotta hold it together.
Let's go, Big Pookie. Knock it out the park. Get you
Let's go, Big Pookie.
Let's go. Look at that. Oh, no.
That's so
Bad leaves wanting back. That made no sense. Come on now, Big Pookie. You can do better than that. Yeah, that daydream about Debbie cake. That was you. Come on. You better hit it this time, Big Pookie. Let's go.
Wait till he's on
Let's
third.
go, Big Pookie.
Come on, Pookie.
Let's go, Big
Here he goes on
Pookie.
third.
On base now. Ain't nobody tell him nothing now.
Ain't nobody tell him nothing.
Come on. Come on.
Let's go. Come on. Watch it to end. Wait it to end.
Yeah, no. Oh.
Yeah, he's safe. Safe. Look at it.
Big Pookie.
I love it.
Big Pookie.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. That is the best age. That is the best age of baseball.
I hit daydream about Debbie cake.
You better get in line and get you a cheeseburger.
Little League Baseball,
I'll
man.
tell you, for the win. Guys, I've got the funniest story about Little League Baseball. So we're playing, you know how you play All-Stars when you're like 11, 12 years old, 9 and 10, you know, whatever. So I believe it was 9 and 10-year-olds. We're playing sub-district, all right?
Oh, man.
And first game we had, I believe we played Tuskegee. And it was storming outside, like delayed the game before we started. So we go out there, and the team we're playing is in the field, and there's nine of them. And we've got our team, you know, from Auburn over there, and all of a sudden, like lightning strikes, like kind of close, you know, like Shazam! Thunder hits, everybody takes off the field, go underneath, 45-minute wait. We come back out on the field. The team we're playing, now you got to understand, they only had 9 players. All right, they don't have a center fielder. They only have 8 out there. And so our coach was like, timeout. They had like a right center fielder and a left center fielder. It was like timeout. And their coach came over. And so they're talking to the umpire, and you can hear them. And our coach is like, hey, coach, you only got 8 out there. And the coach looked at him, he was like, no, coach, Boo-Boo don't play in no light. And he's like, what?
Smart.
He's like, what? And the coach doesn't say anything. He just points over to the dugout, and this poor child is curled up behind the water cooler in the dugout that is metal fence. All right, while it's like, would not go back out on the field.
Smart.
Wouldn't do it. Look, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Big Pookie.
I love that video, man.
Yeah, we need to get Pookie
Out there
on.
playing. We need to get him on the show.
We need to get Big Pookie on.
Playing Little League.
Yeah,
His
look,
family's
swing that
there
bat. It
watching
made no
him.
sense.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I hit daydream about Debbie cakes.
Look,
I do have a question though. With that swing,
What good?
with that swing, how did he get on third?
Better than Turtle.
I want to know how you got on third base with that swing.
Either
'Cause,
one of two things
Here's
happen.
the thing, Pookie. I'm so proud of you being out there playing Little League. I love that, man. I think your talents are going to be used a little bit more in the fall. You're going to be running some trap pulls. You're going to be kicking out that 5 technique.
that skip step.
Running back's going to be running behind you, finding that hole, and you're going to score touchdowns. And I want to see that dance again. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Pookie, if anything, we need to work on the swing.
We can work on the swing.
the base running and the sliding. Who's coaching you?
No.
Man, I heard he signed an NIL deal too.
Yeah,
Whopper,
Stop, David.
Whopper,
Stop.
Whopper,
I know it's
Whopper,
your fault.
Whopper.
That is your fault in there.
It's every day.
I did
it's every
nothing.
day.
Yeah. What?
Oh my gosh, those are 2 of my favorites.
Last ones here. Couple on the college basketball front. So Coach Bob Knight was hospitalized. Sounds like he may be out of the hospital at this point. And then Bill Self, I guess, is giving.
Yeah, they said, you know, there's reports that Bill Self's going to meet with the media tomorrow on Wednesday, and that if something were to, because I don't think you just meet with the media for nothing to happen. Bill Self, you know, will he be walking away? He had that heart issue. I believe that's what it was. I don't want to get too far into it, but you're hearing rumblings that maybe Jay Wright, former Villanova championship coach, it's now in the booth, been out of it for a year, could get back in it and go to Kansas. That would be a heck of a marriage.
Here, Nate
an elite
Oates.
coach with an elite place. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Nate's name's hot right now.
You're an old Nady.
Super hot. Are you just
You're hearing
throwing
that
out
for
there?
Kansas?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just putting that in.
Yeah, Blaine has there's no info on that. Blaine wants that to happen.
Manifesting.
So Jay Wright, he took the year off. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been in the booth. She was on like every commercial.
Yeah, I saw him.
in the tournament.
Yeah, the tournament.
All right, let's go to Feeling Dangerous 113. $2 donation.
You love it.
This says, okay, the Healing Monk vid deserves another super chat. That was hilarious. I don't care if
that
the
is
guy,
again. That's
does.
one of the funniest things that I've seen in a while. And again, even if it's not, they sold it. I would have believed that guy was there. 100% would have believed that guy's there. But it just took me back to role models and Kiss my Anthea.
SGB Truster says David should be banned from the show until he watches Role Models.
I can't believe you haven't seen that. Like, you didn't like the other guys, but I think you'll like Role Models. It's different.
Role Models?
It's different.
Pulling it up now.
Just don't BS me. All right? Just can't.
What do you mean?
Just don't BS. You can't BS a BSer
When would I do that?
with your BS.
I won't.
That'll make sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
you'll
does
get
this
it.
remind you of?
You'll get it. T Money. Imagine the Wizard coming out like, look, I couldn't save the day, guy, but I can conjure a burger for Big Poop.
Well, my thing, my thing is, it's one thing to be like almost to react to a dead body, right? Who knows how people react to dead bodies? But when your first reaction is to head over there to try and help because you're a healing monk, that to me is the funniest part. Like, your instant reaction wasn't call 911. Oh my God, this person's dead. It's a dead body I'm looking at. It was, I am going to try and use my magic, even though I don't think I have enough to try and help you.
Reed Rickett.
Oh no.
What's
Oh
he saying?
no.
Heard Pookie and Blaine slides were pretty similar.
And no, in softball?
Did Blaine pull his quad?
PJ,
that how
was
you
that
got
side? PJ, can we, hey, was that side similar, PJ, to the one you saw that Blaine tore his quad muscle off his bone?
I mean, it was better than what Blaine did. Honestly,
Yeah.
it looked more
You got
athletic
caught in
than
between,
what
His
Blaine
swing
did.
was better than yours.
I hit the ball twice.
Yeah, right. Good. I'm Helen
You
Keller.
Well,
grounded
I kn-
out in front of
I
my
knew
mom.
just-
That's what I did. Look,
I knew-
I thought I've got on here and explained this before, but I guess not. So I
He
was
says
playing.
embarrassed. I'll let you finish.
So hit a sing. I think I got walked at this point. After like you hit a home run, they just walk you every time you get the play. I'm on first. I'm wearing shorts. All right, I'm wearing shorts. There's a girl on second. All right, next batter.
Who's on first?
I'm on first. There's a girl
Who?
playing second.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So I'm batter gets up, hits it to shortstop. I'm halfway there. All right. So in my
Are
mind,
you going? Like, are you full? You're trying
no,
to
I'm
beat it out?
I'm trying to get there. But like once I get 3/4 of the way, so a couple things register in my mind. One, I'm gonna get there and slide. But then I remembered I'm not sliding. Why? Because I have shorts on, right? Then I remember
That's where you
there's a
screwed
girl
up.
playing second. All right, so there's a high possibility that she's gonna drop this ball. So should I just finish?
Why? Why is there a high possibility?
Because men are better at sports than women.
Okay.
How dare you?
Okay, so like I got 3/4 of the way the second.
She caught it, didn't
And she caught, like right before she caught it, I decided
all
that
odds.
I'm gonna stop. So I immediately threw my left foot into the dirt.
Emergency break?
And right when I did that, something in my quad was like,
Really?
fell to the
Adult
ground.
softball finds a
From
way.
there on, like from there on, I'm telling you, I went to the doctor yesterday, like something's wrong because it started in the top of my quad, all right, like top of my thigh. Now it's my entire thigh. So I'm praying and hoping that I just pulled a muscle, right? I gave it a week already. It's gotten progressively worse. Look, I played football in college, played sports growing up. Pain's not a problem to me. It really never has
Especially
been. But like it got to the point where like when it hurts to walk, I went and played softball this Sunday. I've had to play second. I could barely move.
So you were out?
Yeah, I was
PJ
out. But then I got
PJ
my next at bat. Then I hit one to the moon.
Yeah,
I
PJ.
was gonna say that
PJ,
for you, but I guess you got it.
PJ said you grounded out in front of her whole family.
I went
He
one
did
for
that
two.
this last week.
Okay.
I went 1 for 2 and they
I'm
walked
just
me
reporting on
twice.
the game. That's what I do.
Look,
That's
our team, we played the best team in the league, lost by 2. If that's the best, we're not that good.
Hey,
We're not.
man.
I'm head and shoulders better than everybody
I'm sending this
on
to
this
the team now.
and it's disappointing, to be
Oh,
honest.
You're the
man.
Shohei?
It's 65 mil at least.
If the best on the
Lies.
team grounded
Bill?
out, that's
how
not
we're
good.
2-1 says more about the league.
Really?
Than
It's
our
an
team.
embarrassment?
Like
I
our
don't
team
like
from
your
Mississippi
negativity.
would beat this team by 50.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh my God, by 50.
Look, adult softball in Mississippi, they don't play around.
No.
Everybody's so
They ain't
positive
got,
about
they ain't
the
got a
team.
lot out there. Okay?
They got big boy softball, though.
They got big boy softball.
That's all they have.
That's it.
And fire trucks.
Yeah.
That's it. The fire department and softball. Welcome to Mississippi.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's go to. Let me get in here. John Williams says Bob Knight injured during a UFC/WWE ladder match. Someone hit him with a chair.
Man, look, Bob Knight, I know he's a polarizing figure, but I just feel like Bob Knight would be the best commentator of like basketball if they actually let him say what he wanted. Like, it would be hilarious. If you haven't ever watched the old Bob Knight clips of him getting upset during a sports show, he had this show where like he did golfing tips. You have got to go to YouTube and type in Bob Knight golfing clips. Now, don't turn the volume up at work because it's Bob Knight. It is you're gonna lose an hour and a half. I hope you have an hour and a half to lose, because you're gonna go down a rabbit hole with Bob Knight and you are going to lose your mind.
They're funny.
He's a national treasure.
All right, let's go to, I believe it was Dinkin and Norris. She says, are you glad that the madness is over?
No.
Start
another tournament. Re-tournament.
Yeah.
Re-tournament. I'm calling it re-tournament.
Don't expand it.
The same 68 teams. Let's bring them back and do it again.
Would we have the same winner?
Right now with the way they're playing? Hell yeah.
UConn just keeps winning that.
Look, that's the great thing about the sports here and being able to talk about all the sports is that, it's next up. We got the draft. We got the Masters coming up, which we're going to dive into, starting tomorrow and Thursday. We've got NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball regular season, spring practice for college football. There's always something going on. But as you guys know, March Madness is my personal favorite, sports postseason sporting event. So I am upset the madness is gone.
Talking about the madness, did you hear that Dr. Jill Biden wants LSU and Iowa both to come to the White House for victory celebration?
That's about right.
For the women's.
No, we got it
about right. Participation trophies, guys.
LSU
Congrats.
and Iowa.
How about you invite the champion?
We got to stop with this soft serve. Like we got to stop with this soft serve. You got to start missing us with the soft stuff. There's a winner and there's a loser. All right, men can't be women. Y'all got to stop with this. Y'all are turning us into like we're gonna go from an SEC team to no offense, a mid-major conference, because we're just solid. Nobody can get mad at anybody. Nobody can say the truth. Anybody can be anything. Oh, no, there's not one winner. Why don't y'all, in a message of solidarity, everybody come up in the way? How about in a message of solidarity, y'all fix the damn economy? How about that in a message of solidarity? Why don't y'all get inflation under control? How about you stop worrying about women's basketball? You're not really a doctor. We all know that. I'm going to call you what you need to be called, Jill, just like they call me Jake. I don't have a master's. I don't have a PhD. You're Jill. I'm Jake. Sorry it's not Jack. Why don't y'all come together and start fixing some stuff?
If you got the call from the White House and you had lost in the championship, would you go?
No.
Can't do it.
Has Georgia been in the White House yet?
No, I don't think so.
Back-to-back national champions?
They haven't been invited?
Nope.
But they want.
Yeah.
But they want.
Yeah.
LSU.
It's all fake, man. All that.
If I'm LSU,
fake.
I'm not going. I'm not going to these.
Kim Mulkey's the type where
I'm not going to this. Like, first of all, Joe Biden won't even remember what y'all won or who y'all are. And two, they're trying to invite Iowa too. That's so soft. As a competitor, if I'm LSU and I'm Kim Mulkey, we're not going. You know why? Because you're teaching my players bad lessons.
Yeah, y'all don't. I don't want none of that stuff. I don't want y'all to rub off on.
So
us.
if you were Kim Mulkey and Iowa got invited, you wouldn't go?
No.
But you think?
No, I wouldn't
I'm
go
not
in
going
general.
now. Even if Iowa doesn't
probably will go. LSU.
I don't know. I don't want any of that stuff rubbing off them. They can't figure anything out over there. The LSU women's basketball has it figured out.
Yeah.
Y'all stay the same. Maybe they should come see y'all.
Wow.
I would. If I was Kim Mulkey, I would invite the White House. If I was Kim Mulkey, I'd invite the White House down to Baton Rouge. Let me show y'all how to work things like in real life, not just say things and lie and not be accountable, but how to fix things.
Maybe that's what Kirby Smart did. Maybe he invited Joe Biden down to Athens and said, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, no.
Y'all come to us.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know the Nick Saban, Barack Obama story.
Yeah, I've told that one before.
Man.
All right, Mo Bamba says, I love how Blaine is dishy on his team, and he's the one that got shown up by a girl and injured himself.
Ooh.
How's getting shown up by a girl? Catching of softball is getting shown up by a girl? Y'all really shoot for high standards. Congrats.
I want video of this.
Yeah, I wish I could
never
see
be
the
I'll film it
same.
next time.
Like Big Pookies.
It'll never be.
I wish there was a video like Big Pookies.
I think there's someone
Bro, you better
had a
pray,
camera going out
you better
there,
pray
There's no way.
that a video never surfaces like that.
There's no way. There's no way anybody was videoing anything out there.
We'll see. I'll talk to a few people.
If anything, it's a deep fake.
Everybody's always videoing something.
Deep fake. If anything, it's a deep fake. It always is a deep fake. All right, let's go. Wyoming doesn't exist. What a name. Do you remember me asking if UConn could go all the way the other week? Well, I won my bracket, fellas.
There you go.
Wyoming does exist. So does your bracket. So does your truth.
All right, let's go to Scott Bray. Jake was just wondering if your fiance Reed watches the show. If she does, then your wedding day is the most important day in your life. Trying to help. Thumbs up.
Thank you. No, Scott, appreciate that. Super excited. We're under 50 days now. I'm ready to go. Ready to get it done. Everybody's like, people are like, oh, you may get cold feet or whatever. No, I ain't got no cold feet. Like, I'm trying to get this done. I'm ready to go do it. All right? Already been living together. I don't feel like, stuff will change, obviously. last name, so like that's cool. I've given people a lot of things. Never given anybody my last name before. But I'm ready. I'm excited because I found the right person. That's why I'm excited.
Yes, you did. Congratulations. Dude.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome.
Let's go to Texas. What level monk do you need to be to heal a hurt quad?
Higher than
not what Ram is.
Ram.
Send them my way because this shit's already getting annoying. John Williams says, last time TCU got an invite to something, they passed out before 10 p.m.
No, that is true. We watched that live. And Stetson Bennett went around looking for TCU's defense in Dallas and ended up finding the cops.
Chris, he said, what did the doctors say? You waited a week. Well, they took an x-ray. I knew I didn't break anything. So they gave me a prescription called Walgreens.
You think he's strained?
They don't have the
it's a
prescription.
strain?
So great. So not to call back again today. So I don't know. Man. As long as I didn't tear anything.
Is it the uvulus or the upper dorsimus area?
It's the upper dorsimus is connected.
Yeah, it's boring, but it's my life.
1001.
I did over 1,000. I don't know if you heard me counting.
Midnight Crain of Georgia. So who's hosting the show when you and the boys are in Paris? Me and David will be hosting the show in Paris while Jake's on his honeymoon.
Yep.
That's not how that's happening.
And then a guy named
Blaine, dog, it's not Italy. I'm not going around France in a gondola, dog.
Get in the boat, dude.
And then a guy named Lake Rain with a mustache comes over and he co-hosts with us.
I will
say though, if at some point we are at somewhere with a gondola and Blaine pulled up in one of those hats and like a mustache and like one of those striped,
legendary.
And said anything about spaghetti, I would pee my pants laughing.
Yeah.
But I did ask Reed because we went through this whole Carmen Sandiego of where we're going in France. I just need people to know. Apparently, at some point, we're going to be close to the Italian border.
Sounds fun.
My favorite food is chicken parmesan. I want to sneak over there and just get in the middle of a town
Chicken
square,
parmesan.
look around. I want to see like an old restaurant with like an old chimney with smoke billowing up.
Yeah.
Some old Italian lady.
We'll make time.
I want to see the guy from
for that.
Up walk out with like an apron on.
Yeah.
Look at Verissimo.
Yeah. I want to go see somebody grab something from a garden while speaking Italian.
I want people to be
That's
like,
what I want.
We can make time for that.
moving the wine glass and listening to it in their ear. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want.
I like
That's
that.
really where you know you've made it. That's what they did in the Ferrari first episode. I was like, I'm not watching this. Let's go to Mad Veg. Jake, you need to place the final countdown every day before your marriage that you are now under 50 days.
All right, we'll do that. So today is, what's today?
Today is Tuesday.
April 4th.
It's April 4th? That's 30 days in April? 26, 46. 46 days for the rest of your life.
I'll be there.
I know.
Stephen Moore says chicken parm is not a northern Italian dish.
Yeah, the
what?
Northern Italy and Southern Italy differ in their offerings, I believe.
So if I were to walk into anywhere in Northern Italy, and I said, hey, I wanted some chicken, the Parmesan.
At Olive Garden,
They would say no.
you get one.
They'd be like, what is that?
Welcome to Olive Garden.
Unlimited bread.
But the Italian person would be like, what in God's name is that?
Tell me when to stop.
Yeah, tell me to stop.
pepper?
They don't let you add anything to the pizza like Parmesan in Italy.
What? They don't let...
Like if you want to add Parmesan to the top of your pizza, they won't give it to you in Italy.
Yeah, they know more than you at culinary.
Look, there's a few things I'm not going to
Endeavors.
question the
Here we go.
Italians about. Pizza is one of them. Cars is another.
You're going to eat it
Italians about
how they make
I question Italians about a lot of other stuff. That's some decisions y'all made earlier in the century, but
See, that's the cool thing about America and just walk in the kitchen and get some.
Yeah,
What are they going to do? Send their army?
yeah.
What army?
Aren't you Italian?
All 13 of them?
Are you Italian?
No.
You sound
Yes,
like
you
that.
are.
Irish. Irish, cuh. Watch yourself.
Liar.
Let's go to Matty Ice, a.k.a. Nighthawk.
Okay.
Karate in the Garage. You're not allowed to buy pineapple in Italy without signing a waiver that you won't put it on pizza.
Good.
Good. Pineapple, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in Nigeria. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
Facts.
I mean, I'm not going to get hurt. Like, I don't hate pineapple on pizza. I don't go out of my way to put pineapple on pizza, but I'm not going to, have some sort of executive order signed by the prime minister that we can't put pineapple.
You an
on pizza.
apologist? Are you a pineapple pizza apologist?
Wow.
Say that 3
Golly,
times fast.
pineapple pizza apologist. Pineapple pizza apologist. Pineapple pizza apologist.
Boom. Come on, Coney.
That's why you
Spit in a minute.
That's
Dude,
that's why
I spit in a hot
Dude,
minute.
that was good over there.
I spit here, Blade.
That was good,
Here, Blade.
kid.
I spit in a minute. I spit in a whole minute.
Spit in a hot minute.
Get him a cinema. Get him in his Kirsten cinema. All right.
Man, we're going to the shelter tonight.
There he is.
We're going to the shelter.
I'm heading over to the board. What else we got real
Reed
quick?
Ricketts says, I already have so many restaurants pinned in France.
Oh, look. Nobody's
gained 20, but
nobody's had France this mapped out since D-Day.
Like you can eat, you won't gain a lot of weight. Even if you eat a bunch a lot and France.
Really?
Yeah. So
why are we here?
No, I'm talking about here you will.
Let's go over. That's what I'm saying.
Did you just look at me and say I won't? If I eat a bunch of food, I won't gain a bunch of weight?
Yeah, because
the science is different over there.
The ingredients are more pure. You know what I'm saying? There's not much stuff put in as there is here.
I don't believe you.
Oh,
I don't
look it up. I read it.
I tell you what I do believe in Booster Club bets. And they're brought to you by our friends over at DraftKings. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with code BOOSTER, BOOSTER, or be lame. The choice is yours. Because new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Win or lose. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code BOOSTER, BOOSTER. Minimum age, eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. It's Knuckle Puck time.
Knuckle Puck.
Here's what we got. 1-1 yesterday because the Astros... You know what? I'm not even going to get upset.
You sound upset.
I told myself this morning I wasn't going to get upset. That's fine.
Get upset, loser.
1-1 that overhit yesterday made me some money. Hey, you watch your mouth.
There it is.
Shut it back there.
There it is.
Give me the Mets, Brewers, Nerfy. No runs, first inning. That's minus 135. And then look, Braves, good showing yesterday. All right, got the Cardinals today. I like the Cards minus 1.5 at plus 140. I do. I think St. Louis is going to have a good showing. The Braves going to win the division and the World Series. But today, need you to lose by at least 2 runs. That's what I got. David, what are you working with?
Twins, undefeated so far, 4-0, playing the Marlins, who are 1-4, but they have Sandy Alcantara on the mound. I want to go Twins, Marlins, Nerfy, no runs in the first inning, plus over 3.5 total runs for the game. That gets me into dog bet territory at plus 110. And then the Brewers facing off against the Mets. Max Scherzer on the mound. I'm going to go Brewers. Total team runs under 1.5 for the first 5. That's minus 120.
All right,
All right. Give me the D-backs, Padres, Nerfy, minus 130. Then give me Twins, Marlins, Nerfy, minus 145. Great day yesterday. Really had what I wanted with betting. Went 0-2, exactly where I want to be. Ended up winning some money on the live bets, what makes me feel better. But, I think I'm split even right now on Nerfies. So a lot of focus, a lot of mental energy, putting cast forward to my healing orbs and my monk necromancer energy that I'm giving.
I like that. A
lot of glitter on my bets these days.
Ace Cone. He's going to go with, I almost said Justin Bieber. Shane Bieber win minus 105 for the Guardians, or the Indians, however you want to call it, and the Yankees money line minus 150. You know what's crazy? I don't struggle with remembering that the Indians are now the Guardians or that the Redskins are now the Commanders. You know the one that gets me? I will say Florida Marlins every single time. They're the Miami Marlins.
Oh, they are the Miami Marlins.
But I just cannot get, I grew up with the Florida Marlins.
I know.
With Craig Counsell and Luis Gonzalez, and Lieutenant Dontrell Willis. That's the Florida Marlins to me.
My dad said that about the Colts my entire childhood.
See, I could see that.
They're the Baltimore Colts, not the Indianapolis Colts.
I still call them the Florida Marlins. I even wrote it on the board as Florida Marlins the other day.
Man, I think we've gone plus money every live stream we've done.
We have. It's
live
hot.
Bets.
Tortellini.
Wow.
Yes, the tortellini, exactly.
A rigatoni.
Yeah, and that too.
Keep going.
You just gonna name every pasta? Y'all rap is too slow, and I'm kind of
Foster. How about that?
$1 Million Song right chill.
All right, let's go to Cal Kennedy at Cody Nason. It was a good tournament. Underdogs profitable. San Diego State to make Final Four plus 1,400. UConn to make the Final Four plus 450. And UConn to win it plus 900.
Wow. Yeah, if you played it right, serious money lost in this tournament too, with the way it went down, especially in the late rounds. By the way, Kyle, use your meme for the booster bet tweet today.
Sean Ketstever, $2 donation. I'm in Northern Italy. No chicken parm here, sadly.
None.
He's in Northern Italy right now?
Man, Sean, you're in Northern Italy?
That's awesome.
Italy?
I'm jelly, dude.
That sounds awesome. I'm in northern part of the studio. You look at the compass.
All right, someone asked me, would I rather eat pineapple on pizza or mustard on a glizzy?
Ooh.
It's Cody Nason, okay. I would say...
Mustard on a hot dog.
I would eat pineapple on pizza.
Stop it.
Before I eat mustard.
You're hateful
Plain.
mustard.
Stop it.
It's too much, man.
It's the truth.
It's just too much. It's just too much.
Truth, bud. You know, that's the truth. Let's go to Zach Wilson. Maybe just slightly better than Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Who?
Debatable.
Who's just slightly better than Chuck E. Cheese
Chuck
pizza?
E. Cheese, man. Chuck E.
I
Cheese
think I've been to
makes
Chuck E.
pizza.
Cheese once.
I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't trust that big rat they got walking around. Don't he just look like he's going to take all your stuff?
We used to have fun at Chuck E. Cheese.
I only went there once, man.
I just don't trust
I've gone
Chuck
to
E.
Dave and
Cheese.
Buster's more than I've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese.
By the way, Reed wanted me to let everybody know that her bet for this evening is the Preds plus 1.5 and the under.
Because you're already going to the game.
Yeah, so I gave Reed the password to the DraftKings app, and she knows how to work it now. So, like, sometimes I'll open it, and they'll just be bets that
Good.
it's great.
Good.
Like, I never thought I'd be able to have a conversation with my significant other, happens to be a woman, about, hey, you liking the Preds plus 1.5? Look, she watches the games like I do. She wants to play fantasy football next year. We talked about it last night.
There we go.
Like, don't
Travis
go.
Elrod.
let Reed get hot.
Can the Booster Club help me with a list of strange things that they have discussed on the show today? I mean, we've been out there today.
Yeah, it's been
From
out.
bull riding to LARPing,
Big Pookie.
The Big Pookie.
Debbie Kate.
Shout out Big Pookie.
Golly.
So don't make no sense.
All right, let's go to the Hayford. Sometimes Blaine's persistence with the Italian accent makes me second guess whether it's France or Italy for a minute.
No, I'm telling you, but I think Blaine.
Then it's working.
If it's God, what movie is it where they're like, hey, do the accent, like do this accent, and it's always the same accent. It's like Blaine's like, hey Blaine, do a Rocky accent. He's like, hey, I'm a
It's like the old boy from the Office who always does improv with a gun.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's get to poll.
All right, poll. This came early. It got asked 3 days in a row, so obviously I had to do it sooner or later. What station had the best 90s cartoon lineup?
Oh,
Nickelodeon, Disney, or Cartoon Network?
God,
Nickelodeon.
I gotta go Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Rugrats puts it over the top for me.
Yeah.
Rugrats,
40.
Doug.
Did they have Hey Arnold too? Nickelodeon 40.
SpongeBob.
Oh, 45.
SpongeBob was SpongeBob 90s?
Yeah.
Is that long ago? Okay.
I didn't really watch SpongeBob.
What'd you say?
45%. Nickelodeon.
I would say Nickelodeon 46%.
All right, let's go Disney, 9%.
Good.
Cartoon Network, 44%. Nickelodeon, 47.
Oh,
wow. Wait, 47? What did I say?
45.
46.
Oh, man.
You almost nailed it.
Y'all
You
were
got it
both
right on the
that.
head.
Y'all were both on that.
Right
for
on the
sure.
head. All right, couple more and we're getting out of here.
All right, don't forget Rocket Power. Absolute gas. Travis Elrod says Doug's better than Rugrats.
That's not a terrible argument.
I was a big code name Kids Next Door.
What the hell's that?
Stop it.
Kids Next Door?
Code
They
name
were
Kids Next Door?
spies.
Codename
seen
Kids.
that?
Spy Kids?
No.
That was good too. That was a movie.
Codename Kid Next Door?
I know what he's talking about.
Which one was Scooby-Doo on?
That was
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network?
Network, yeah.
How about when they remade Johnny Quest? Was that Cartoon Network too?
Quest.
Yeah.
Fairly Odd.
Johnny
Cartoon
Bravo
Network
was
had a
Odd Parents was
lineup,
Cartoon
man.
Cartoon Network had Johnny Bravo.
They had some good ones.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was
Cartoon
Cartoon
Network.
Network.
What was Cat Dog? Nickelodeon. Cat Dog's Nickelodeon.
I didn't really watch that one.
I watched that. I like Cat
I
Dog.
never
Cat
watched
Dog.
that either.
Cat Dog. All right, one more.
Let's go to Nickelodeon. No, I wouldn't do that. AJ Adams wants to know if you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I definitely would, as long as there's not mustard on me.
If I was Polish, I'd have been dead the day I was born.
All right, let's go to
All right, it's taking too long.
Dex 50 to now. Shut up. Dex 5890. I wouldn't visit the White House no matter who the president was. Look, depending on, like, the White House is the White House, depending on who the president is. It doesn't really matter. But if you invite both teams, like, I'm not going. If you invite the loser to the White House, I'm not going. Like, would you go?
Well, like I want to see the White House, but I'm like itching to go there. Like, if DeSantis, our buddy Ron gets in, and we get to go play TPC with him, and then go hang out at the White House, that's cool.
That'd be fun.
Like
what
I
if
told
we
you, my
went
goal in
there-
life: 1, be friends with the president; 2, nothing else matters.
So what happens if we go there? Blaine gets separated from us. He gets to
comes
go
back
and see all the
like
tunnels
George
and the cool stuff, and then
Washington's,
like
coat.
Ron DeSantis gives him a sucker from the Oval Office or something.
no, like no,
it's all
he'll
the
come
cool
back with
stuff.
like George
Like a
Washington's coat and like half of the Treaty of Versailles,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Like, hey guys, I have too much. You want something?
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, guess what? I got veto power for one bill.
That was awesome.
There's no telling. There's no telling. All right, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, turn that notification bell on. Make sure you check us out. We got calls tomorrow, live call-ins. Make sure you call in, give us that call sign. Follow us on all social media as well. We really appreciate y'all guys. March Madness was fantastic. Thanks to the whole team yesterday, which was really producer Justine, PJ, for setting it up and letting us do the live stream. It was fantastic. Got some great reviews from it. We appreciate you guys, and like the chances of sports slowing down at all, we're going, gone.